Who is Dr. Malde? What exactly do you do in layman's terms?
Well, I tell all the old ladies I'm that time machine that makes you look and feel 20 years younger.
Right.
I'm really big on non-surgical facelifts.
Okay.
I'm probably one of the few who does it in the country.
Today, we sit with a doctor working at the very frontier of modern wellness, Dr. Arshni Malde, medical doctor and director at TIA Clinic.
Unfortunately, we're greedy as doctors, and we don't want you to get well. We'd want you to be sick all your life, because if I treat your liver once and for all and you have a brand new liver, you're gonna love me, but you're never gonna come back to me.
She's helping people heal not just symptoms, but the source.
There needs to be someone who makes a change. I know I may not be able to, but I want to stick to my ethics as a doctor.
We've been so far removed from what medicine should be and pushed to this capitalistic idea of medicine.
We know back in the day, if we had a fever, we would just sleep the night out and be okay the next day in the morning, because your body has that capacity to heal itself. But then came Panadol or came paracetamol or came painkillers. So we have to pop that pill.
This is a conversation about science, longevity, and building a body that can truly sustain your life's ambition. In terms of lifestyle, what are some of the changes you've had to make? Losing 25 kilos, so now in terms of food, I know you're big on, you've not changed anything?
I'm still eating my pizza 3 times a week.
So how do you burn the extra calories?
I advocate for sustainability, because you won't be able to do the same thing I'm doing. You may not like your spinach. So you eat what you like, and when you listen to your body and just control your portions, you're good to go.
Classmates, because of your support, we are getting bigger and better. Becoming CEO has partnered with Fair Deal Furniture, the official licensees of Ashley Furniture Home Store, the biggest manufacturers of furniture in the world, where the chairs are very, very plush and the tables are timeless, and the only thing more polished than the wood is the wisdom. Here we don't just sit and talk, we strategize and we build empires. Becoming CEO isn't just a title, it's a lifestyle, and every legacy deserves the right seat. Yo, classmates, karibuni sana. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy New Year. Yes, we're still saying Happy New Year. Love it. I'm excited about today's class, particular class, because we're talking about something very unique. It's called cell rejuvenation. You're going to hear all about it. But mostly I'm excited because, guys, we are about to stay forever young. I am excited. Mimi sizeeki. Kuna classmate, kuna CEO alikuja hapa akaanza kuniita babu. I am not happy about that. I'm not happy. So I want to stay forever young. And Dr. Arshni Malde, did I get that right?
Yes.
Is our lecturer for the day, and she's all about cell rejuvenation. But for someone hearing your name for the first time, who is Dr. Malde? What exactly do you do in layman's terms for my mother to understand what you do?
So, well, I tell all the old ladies I'm that time machine that makes you look 20 years younger, makes you look and feel 20 years younger.
You know how to sell your product. The minute you say that, that's a hook.
Most old women are my best friends, so that's my target all the time.
Okay.
I wouldn't say old, but you know.
Yeah.
I think any of us crossing the age of 30, we're already having that fear of, oh, I'm aging.
When 30 is old. Yeah.
For me, yes.
Okay.
The minute I crossed 30, I was like, damn it, I'm old now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, who is Dr. Arshni Malde? Now, what do you do? Of course, you've simplified it, but you can tell us more about the practice that you lead and what exactly you do.
So, my name is Dr. Arshni Malde. I'm a doctor. Basically, to break it down, I actually did head and neck surgery and then moved into aesthetics because I wanted to incorporate aesthetics in my practice.
Okay.
And then completely just devoured into aesthetics because it was rewarding.
Right.
I was so lucky and fortunate to be able to work with Bollywood in my initial phase of my career.
Okay.
And so I worked with Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Wow.
Yeah, she was my boss.
Wow.
Yeah, her
Okay.
parents are
Guys,
doctors.
I'm about to go to Hollywood. This is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I got exposed to this world of Bollywood. I got exposed to the world of looks, how people keep up themselves, how we always think like, wow, celebrities look so good.
Right.
But there's a lot that goes behind that.
Okay.
And then I came to Kenya, brought back the expertise here. And so I did aesthetics. I still do aesthetics.
Right.
So aesthetics is anything beautifying, basically,
Right.
through medical procedures.
Okay.
And now I really devoted into or moved myself into regenerative medicine, functional medicine, which clearly means that we're just trying to reverse things in your body, reverse problems in your body. We're advancing ourselves by not doing the mainstream aesthetics or the old school aesthetics. Because you must have heard of Botox, fillers,
Yeah. Those are famous.
facelifts. Those
Yeah.
are famous.
Right.
But they're not famous anymore. They're outdated now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm here to raise that awareness, educate people on how they should focus more on regeneration, focus more on functional medicine.
Okay.
And happy to, explain more later on, and also happy to help people get the right kind of treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the treatments offered at your clinic? What's the name of your clinic? Where can we find you?
So I own TIA Clinics,
TIA.
TIA.
Okay.
If you're going to ask me what that means, then it's this is Africa, this is aesthetics, this is Arshni.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason TIA.
Okay.
We're in Muthaiga in Nairobi.
Okay.
That's the only clinic I have, fortunately or unfortunately.
Right.
So I, of course, do the old school conventional.
Yeah. So what therapies or what do you offer at your clinic?
So of course I offer the conventional aesthetics that we just spoke about, which is the Botox, the fillers.
Right.
I'm really big on non-surgical facelifts.
Okay.
Probably one of the few who does it in the country.
Non-surgical facelift. How does that work?
We don't do surgery, but we lift your face. So let me explain a little more.
Right, yes, please.
We use something called threads. So a thread basically is just like a thread.
Okay.
Yeah. But these are made of collagen. So you know how you'll go into surgery and then you're given stitches post-surgery?
Right.
So it's the same material, which is called suture material.
Okay.
And it basically dissolves. You know how your stitches dissolve within a few days post-surgery?
Right.
So these dissolve in your skin. So all we're doing is just making a few small holes. So one there, one here, and one down here.
Right.
A tiny little hole where we put in the thread from.
Right.
The thread is actually barbed. So you know how you have barbed wires?
Yeah.
It's barbed the same way.
Okay.
And so it will barb into your muscle and pull back your muscle just so that now we lift.
Wow.
I think that explains.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so that's why it's non-surgical, because we're not cutting you open. It's not a surgery.
Right.
It's done under local anesthesia, which means we're not sedating you. You're not being hospitalized, nothing.
Okay.
It's actually called a lunchtime lift.
Because you can just walk in during lunchtime, get the lift, and you're out.
Walk back out.
All right.
Unfortunately, with the way I do it, it's not a lunchtime lift.
Of course.
So you're really swollen for that day, only because of the anesthesia that we use.
Right.
But otherwise, the next day you're perfectly fine. You look completely different. We've lifted you about 70% from what you were. And yeah, you look, nobody can tell that you've gotten a procedure done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
So we
listing?
also do IV therapies. I'm very big on an IV therapy called antioxidant therapy. It's basically something that rejuvenates your body.
Right.
So I sell it more as a lifestyle.
Okay.
As opposed to, okay, so let me explain again.
Yeah, please.
It basically rejuvenates your liver or regenerates your liver. So yes, those who are drinking, they might want to come and regenerate the liver. So back in the day, we used to give it to liver cirrhosis patients.
Right.
And we used to regenerate the liver completely, meaning the liver becomes brand new.
What do you mean? Like
As
you
in-
can reverse
Yes.
liver cirrhosis?
Yes.
How am I hearing about this now?
They
Oh.
kept me hidden somewhere for years.
And this has been possible for a couple of years. How far back does
A couple? Many years. I think glutathione was being given to liver cirrhosis patients as back as maybe the 1960s.
60s?
Yes.
How come we don't talk about this?
Toxic pharma world.
Oh my good. Okay. Okay. Please
Yeah.
expound.
Expound on the toxic
Oh,
pharma
toxic
world
pharma
or
world.
expound on
Oh yeah.
the...
So toxic pharma, they need to sell medicine, so they will not talk a lot about rejuvenation.
Absolutely. You're right. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we're greedy as doctors,
Okay.
and we don't want you to get well. We'd want you to be sick all your life, because if I treat your liver once and for all and you have a brand new liver and I allow you to drink, which most doctors don't,
Yeah.
you're going to love me, but you're never going to come back to me, because
That's
I'll
true.
treat you within 2.5 months. You don't need to come back to me at all, and I probably never see you for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm not making money out of you. So the reason I want you to be constantly sick is because I can see you every 3 months, pound you some more medicines. Of course, I'm being paid by the pharmaceuticals to do that. And yeah, so you're going to remain sick, because when you get to ICU and HDU, we're pounding you a 3 million shilling bill or a 4 million shilling bill, and I'm getting enough money to go home with. I don't care about you.
I don't know what to feel, man. This is coming from a doctor. So
This is coming from a doctor who owns a pharmaceutical company.
So
And I'm talking from both sides. And it's so unfortunate. It's a global problem. Greed has become so much in today's world. And like I told you,
Yeah.
I'm ready to face this backlash, because there needs to be someone who makes a change. I know I may not be able to, but I want to stick to my ethics as a doctor.
Right.
And so I offer so many of these treatments. I've actually proven it. I've proven to regenerate liver. I've proven to cure cholesterol. I've proven to cure diabetes.
What?
Unfortunately, even when I tell my colleagues about it, they'll just brush me off like, you're talking rubbish. Are you a diabetologist? No. Are you a liver specialist? No. And I'm just brushed off. So, well, I don't care.
You're causing a whole dissonance in my brain. So
Goosebumps.
I know. Let's talk about diabetes. Like, what is reversed? I know it's scientific, but I'm sure there's a way you can explain it to me.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not the specialist.
Right.
I'm not talking on behalf of a diabetologist.
Okay.
I'm talking on behalf of my experience. I'll explain to you a little in detail.
Okay.
Glutathione is made in your liver.
All right.
It's an antioxidant.
Okay.
In layman term, that means it reduces oxidative stress. You have an iron rod, it rusts.
Okay.
What's the rust? That's oxidative stress.
Right.
We're just trying to reduce the oxidative stress. So basically, we're getting rid of the rust in your body.
Yeah.
And so when your liver is in function, when your liver is new, when your liver is regenerated, your entire body is in function.
Right.
But glutathione is a master antioxidant, which means that it is the mother of all antioxidants. So it reduces oxidative stress to the cellular level. That means, we're built of cells.
Yes.
The smallest thing in your body is a cell.
Yeah.
And so it's reducing the rust at your cellular level. So you can imagine it's removing rust around your cells.
Right.
Why are we sick? Why do we have problems? Why are we fat? It's basically oxidative stress. Because your cells are rusting is why your organs rust, is why you have problems, right?
Yeah.
in layman term.
It's yes, it's the simplicity. Like, okay,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry.
And so when I say that we treat diabetes,
Right.
we're reducing the oxidative stress in the kidneys. And so, of course, it brings back sugar levels back to normal. Done that, been there, tested it, works for my patients. Of course, lifestyle matters.
Yeah.
I can't be giving you the IV therapy and then you're going out there to eat all the carbs in the world. You're not exercising, just sitting on the couch the whole day.
Right.
Then I can't help you.
Right.
So I'm doing my bit, but are you doing your bit as a patient? And so my very first case of trial was my business partner, ex-business partner.
Right.
He used to have sugar levels of 380 something, 385, which is around 19.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people are so aware of what sugar levels are because we know normal is 5 to 6 or 5 to 7.
Right.
So imagine 19
Oof.
at the age of 42.
Yeah, that was high.
Glaucoma so high that he would not be able to see the frame from here. Remember, that's one of the, I will say, side effects of diabetes.
Yes.
And when we did the antioxidant therapy, it's just a 2.5 month treatment. Glaucoma reversed completely. You ask him to read 2 kilometers away, he can. Stop taking medications. Takes 1 tablet a week.
Right.
Only because it's more psychology, because, you know, he's taken it for the past 20 years and how
Right.
did he just get rid of medication all of a sudden?
Right.
And so that was the start of my research on glutathione. And I don't have research in terms of articles that I've written because I don't have the time to do that.
Okay.
But I have done so much research. I've cured cholesterol, cured diabetes. I've helped a patient who was in kidney failure and she was deferred from kidney transplant completely. I hope she could come on this show and even talk about it, but it's reality is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so this is the antioxidant therapy. So why I started using it for aesthetics is because the side effect was skin brightening. So we saw our liver cirrhosis patients getting fairer and fairer. And then we decided, okay, hey, let's use it in aesthetics. It has no harm anyway, no side effects. You have nothing to lose.
Right.
And we're brightening you, and that's what everyone wants these days. Disclaimer, not whitening. So not that quack stuff being done out there in the name of bleaching. We don't do bleaching. So brightening means we're just evening out your skin tone. And so from aesthetics, I was able to help so many patients because now people just come to me as a lifestyle change or a lifestyle treatment. And at a certain point, they don't even bother about the skin color change. Because they have lots of energy levels go up, immunity is boosted. Unfortunately, you know, our energy levels are so depleted these days, whether we want to blame it on the vaccine or we just want to blame it on our lifestyle.
Right.
And so most people are like, you know what, I don't even care about the skin anymore because it's just helping me. All in all, my energy levels have improved, my sleep is improved, my immunity is boosted, I don't fall so sick as often, and they love it. So yeah, in a nutshell.
You're blowing my mind.
Thank you.
Is it a cost? Okay, of course you've talked about the toxic pharma and why they need us to stay sick. But if you were to compare the costs, well, what are we even comparing? I don't care if it's 10 times expensive. If it gets me back to...
Yes. Because, hey, look, you're going to spend probably even double or triple the amount when you're sick.
Yeah.
And going to be sick all your life.
Right.
Yeah. As opposed to you spending it at one time. So, yes, I won't lie, it is expensive. You're looking to spend anything between 500,000 to 1,000,000 shillings for that one treatment.
Okay.
But it's a one time.
Yeah.
You go to the hospital, you're going to end up paying 3 million if you're super sick. So this is worth it.
Wow.
It's a piece of land, but it's worth it.
Yeah, no, It's the fact that this knowledge is out there. It's been there for decades,
Yes.
but we've not advanced it.
We won't allow it. It's not that we haven't advanced it. I do peptides. Peptides is also for regeneration and rejuvenation.
Right.
Peptides also were introduced around the 1950s or 60s.
Right.
FDA declared peptides to be not acceptable, or they said peptides are bad. They made it look so bad that peptides were apparently life-threatening or whatever, some rubbish like that. Sorry for my French. And so you see, they shut it down only because if I can rejuvenate your whole body just by one little injection, then everything else is going to shut down. I'm so ready for this backlash. I don't know why my mouth is so big sometimes.
Yo, man, you've resetting and rewiring. Now I'm gonna study more on this and just read more on this, and thank you for opening our eyes. But back to Dr. Arshni, at what point in your life did you decide that I want to be a healer, I want to be a doctor, medicine? Is this something that, like we all grew up in school being told you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer? Was that the case? Or is this something right from when you was a young child you looked forward to doing?
I wanted to become a doctor ever since I was 9. Yeah, I never changed my mind. Everyone around me tried to change my mind. My mom used to say, "Are you sure? Are you going to make it? You're not even smart."
Right, right.
I never used to study. I used to have good grades initially in school, but then, of course, just teenage and whatnot. And being the rebel that you called me. No, but which is true. My mom was never sure that I'd be a doctor.
Right.
My grandma never wanted me to be a doctor. She wanted me to be an air hostess.
Right.
She used to tell me, you'll get to fly the world and see the world, and but yeah, it's something that I never changed my mind. At one point I wasn't sure. I wanted to become a chef at one point. I think that confusing phase of life.
Right.
Well, that was, I guess, second option if I wasn't going to get into med school.
Right.
Because my grades weren't good. But yeah, I made it, and I feel like I've achieved everything that I wanted to.
Right.
I didn't know I was going to get to this path of healing. But I love to always stand out.
Yeah.
I love to do something that's always new.
Right.
And I think that's what made me move from surgery to aesthetics, and then now just completely into regenerative and functional medicine.
Right.
I won't say completely, but I do help a lot of my patients with the same.
Right.
Yeah.
This is an assumption, but from the hair, how you look, you have Indian accent, mixing genes. And so something about your culture. First of all, I don't know if you grew up in a very, very modern house, so no cultural exchange, but I see a lot of Indians have these healing practices. And I don't know if that is something you grew up seeing, or you just saw them in Bollywood movies like the rest of us.
Yeah. No, I've experienced it, of course, a little bit more than the movies, because we would, go to India sometimes. You see those palm readers, or you go to Ayurvedic doctors, or you meet homeopathic doctors.
Right.
And then, of course, you're more exposed to like people who do fortune telling and things like that, which you see in the movies.
Yeah, that's what we see in the movies.
Yeah, which we've experienced in reality. But that's not something that motivated me to get into the healing. Yeah.
Okay. It's because your method of approach to medicine is more of natural. Yeah. you know, your approach to medicine is more of natural healing, like looking at how our body works,
Yes.
and then reversing the wear and tear in our bodies, as opposed to just feeding patients medicine. And it's very holistic, and
Yeah.
I think that's what has really excited me about your practice.
Yeah, I think what pushes me is every time I get a patient who walks in and can't be helped by conventional medicine,
Right.
I feel like, what is it that I need to do more? What is it that I can do? How is it
Right.
that I can help?
Right.
And I think that nature of mine of wanting to help people wants me to help my patients, as opposed to just being like, oh, you know, you can't do anything about it. Yes, I won't say I treat all my patients that come in, but I've seen a lot of miracles in my practice.
Right.
As a doctor, we don't talk of miracles. And I think that's what really motivated me, because I just wanted to be that miracle person. It feels good if you can, you know, deliver miracles.
Right.
And so it started initially when we used to use stem cells, and I used to use stem cells for pain management.
Right.
Again, I'm not a specialist, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon, but I use stem cells for pain management.
Okay.
And I had one of my very initial patients who's a celebrity, and she walked in insisting she wants stem cells for pain management. And she had chondromalacia patella grade 4, which means something torn at the back of the knee.
Okay.
And she was only ideal for surgery because she was in so much pain. Grade 4 means it's severe, right?
Yeah.
And so we did the stem cells for her. And the next day she's calling me and skipping in slippers.
Wow.
And so that was probably one of my awakening points, like, okay, I think I can do this. I can actually bring a change to people. And then every time I've done pain management for my patients, I have a 99% success rate.
Right.
Every time I did the antioxidant therapy, my patients would come and say, but my turnover point was when my patient with kidney failure came back to tell me, like, I went to Moy teaching, the one in Eldoret.
Right.
And she was supposed to get a kidney transplant there, and they said, we've deferred you, we can't do the kidney transplant for at least another 2 years, you're not a candidate. So all those things kept building me and kept motivating me, because I knew I was bringing a change to people.
You know, we've been so far removed from what medicine should be and pushed to this capitalistic idea of medicine, that what should be normal is what you're calling a miracle. It almost looks like an anomaly, but yeah, it makes so much sense.
Actually, you're so right. What should be normal is what I'm calling a miracle. I should not call it a miracle.
No.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling this is knowledge that humans have had for millions of years.
We know it, right?
Yeah.
We know. Back in the day, if we had a fever, we would just sleep the night out and be okay the next day in the morning, because your body has that capacity to heal itself. But then came Panadol, or came paracetamol, or came painkillers or anti-inflammatories, and now we don't have the time to just sleep it out at night.
No.
So we have to pop that pill. Yeah, so it's that basic, actually.
What is the common misinterpretation, misunderstanding when people hear about anti-aging or regenerative medicine that you think people have? Because the first time I hear anti-aging, like, that is just some vanity work. You just want to look young forever. Please accept that you're aging.
Actually, you're right. That's the biggest stigma I face. Most people are like, why do you want to go old? Why do you want to, not accept aging? I'm good in my skin. I'm good in... But that's probably one of the reasons I moved to regenerative and functional medicine, because it was not just about the face. You don't want to age in the body. Yes, age gracefully. There's no problem. We're all going to age. Age doesn't stop.
Right.
But we're reversing problems. We're just helping you be the best that you can. And so, yeah, that biggest stigma I had, especially when I came back to Kenya, was, oh no, I'm good. Oh no, you know, I don't want to do Botox. Oh no, Botox is bad. Oh no, I can't do a facelift, you know.
I think, which most of the time is the case when it comes to our world media, bad news travels faster.
Yes.
So when you say Botox, and all we see are botched surgeries.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea we have of facelifts and Botox. But yeah.
True. But then why do you put makeup? Why do you get a haircut? Why do you shave your beard? Is that also not appearance?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So why do you talk about how you got your eyebrows done?
Right.
But you don't want to talk about how you got Botox done. So everything is about looks.
Right.
Also, we're in this day and age where everything is about looks. We're all over social media, online, posting photos, unlike our parents who didn't care back in the day what they wore, how they looked, you know. So it's something you just go with the flow, and at least we have it available. And I'm fully Botoxed as we speak now. I don't look botched at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if done the right way, these are some of the best things you can actually do to yourself, because it just enhances your self-esteem.
Right.
You will realize that it's something you were missing out on. It's not necessary, of course. But yeah, why not? You want to buy a Land Cruiser from a Vitz, you're enhancing yourself, you're upgrading yourself, so upgrade your skin as well. This is what you show to the world.
Right.
Yeah.
What can we do in our younger age to kind of help you when we're much older, so that you don't have a lot of work?
Unfortunately, nothing.
We have to age.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because our food is so bad these days. Our lifestyle is so bad these days. I can't tell you that you have to gym 1 hour every day. You don't have the time. I don't have the time personally.
Right.
I know it's an excuse.
Right.
We know our basics: eat a balanced meal, exercise every day, you know, all those things which are the mandatory, but you can't do that. And that's why we're here.
Right.
So there may be things that you can do, like eat healthy, but how much are you eating healthy? I have someone who's put up a space in my clinic. They're called Nature's Best. And they basically do pre-cooked veggies and cold-pressed juices.
Right.
And they're so against this whole issue of how fertilizers are being used for food and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was having a conversation with her the other day, and she's like, people are using formalin in their farms. Formalin is what we bury or we soak your dead body in, you know, just so that it doesn't get maggots. That's what's being sprayed on plants. That's technically what we're consuming in the name of healthy. So even if you're eating your spinach, you don't know if it has formalin or not.
Wow. Yeah. My God, this world is horrible.
We're in such a phase where everyone just wants money and everyone just wants to be bad. And it's sad.
Oh, man. You know, part of me, you know, when you say the cost of what you do, it is still out of reach for a lot of people. So I was hoping there's a simpler way of maintaining our bodies, but now it just feels like it's a lot of doom and gloom.
No, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be able to afford that 500,000 shillings.
Right.
It doesn't mean that because you're eating spinach with formalin, you're gonna get sick. It's also kind of luck. Like me and you could have the same lifestyle, but you will have cancer and I won't have cancer. God forbid. I'm just giving an example. So it's also just our bodies natural healing capacities and whatnot. But also in essence, we do have other treatments, we do have supplements, we have other things which are much cheaper.
Okay, we have supplements.
Yeah, so it's not necessary that you have to come in and spend 500,000 with me. It's not necessary you have to come and spend 1,000,000 shillings with me. And I know it's expensive, and unfortunately I can't do anything when it comes to that cost factor.
Right.
Because we get those resources quite expensive.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And hey, I'm also here to make something to put bread on my table.
That is very true.
But yeah, I'm definitely not of the idea of exploitation.
Right.
And so I really try to keep my charges minimal when it comes to certain things. So this is something premium. Of course, it's luxury at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like when we do weight loss, I'm really big on weight loss.
Okay.
Yeah. I am probably the cheapest in the whole world when it comes to our weight loss injections.
Okay.
And then I also get this backlash of Munadunga Maji.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all I'm trying to say is we try to make it, as affordable as possible to people. Our weight loss treatment is one of the best treatments that we have.
What does that entail, your weight
It's
loss?
still a peptide.
Okay.
It's still functional medicine.
Right.
When I say peptides, it's an injectable. It promotes fat loss and builds muscle. It's coming from the horse's mouth. I've lost 25 kilos myself.
Wow.
Within a year's span. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's why I was going back to lifestyle, because I'm seated on my desk the whole day.
Yeah.
Food became my comfort.
Right.
Bad lifestyle. And put on 20 kilos in 2 years. Took 5 years to try to reduce it the natural way, gymming, eating boiled food without salt. And didn't lose anything. And so this was a miracle for me.
Right.
Yes, it took me a whole year to lose the 25, but I'm in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm not sagging, I'm not sick. All that stigma that's online about how the weight loss injections make you sick, it's not true.
Right.
Yeah, so it's really affordable. It's just 30,000 a month. And that is something that at least the larger population can afford.
Right. What's the science behind the injection? So you inject me, what does that do to my body? And
so
to help me?
basically suppresses your appetite, so you just don't feel hungry.
Right.
And so automatically you eat less, which means you're in portion control, which means you're in calorie deficit,
Right.
which your gym trainer also forces you to do. He tells you to count your calories.
Absolutely.
Until you have to buy a weighing scale and measure your chicken if it's 65.6 grams.
Yeah.
So we're basically just automatically making you do the calorie deficit within your body, and then you lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, if I don't change my lifestyle, the weight can come back.
Everything is mental in this world.
Right.
And if you don't have the discipline for whatsoever that you do, like I said, even for the antioxidant treatment,
Right.
If you don't have the discipline, you're going back to have all the potatoes and rice in the world. You're going to go back on your sugar.
Even the liver cirrhosis, you can reverse it by if you keep drinking as much as.
So even weight loss, we know it. We know that the only way I can lose weight or maintain myself is to eat less. But we don't have control of what we're eating.
That's true.
You know, we forget how in school we were taught to keep up your metabolism. And so we skip meals. We don't put in food in our body for long gaps of hours. That slows down your metabolism. That's the reason we're big. And so it's all mental. If you have that mental discipline, you're not going to bounce back.
Okay, you just said something. Your thoughts on fasting? Because now you just told me if I wait for too long before I eat, then it slows down my metabolism.
Fasting is good for a cleanse once in a while. But this intermittent...
Wow, what's happening today? We did not pray when we started. Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Fasting is good.
Fasting is good once in a while just to cleanse your system.
Right.
Because it's okay not to put food in your body for a couple of hours, just that one stretch. But this idea of intermittent fasting has become such a huge fad. No, why? How? It makes sense to me, or try and make sense to me. Intermittent fasting was introduced for cancer patients because remember, when you have cancer and you fast, it causes cell apoptosis, which means cell death, because now your cells are not getting food. Then because those cancer patients were probably losing weight is why we adapted it in the aesthetic world as, oh, you know, intermittent fasting and I'm going to lose weight. It's not true. Your body was made to produce enzymes every few hours to digest food. This is why, whether you call it God or you call it science, we were made to have 3 meals a day. Right?
Are you sure 3 meals, you know, we've talked about the big pharma. Are you sure 3 meals is not pushed by the food industry? It's a biological...
Yeah, because when we've studied anatomy and we've studied the body, we've understood that every few hours there's an enzyme that's pushed into your stomach,
right,
which is supposed to digest food. And so your body functions that way. It's like when you have to oil your car every 6 months. Right? It's the same thing in your body. Your body needs that food from time to time to boost energy or to turn the food into energy rather. And so when you don't put in food in your body for long gaps of hours, your body turns into defense and turns the food into fat. Because it's now storing, it's hibernation.
Right.
Because it's storing fat for a rainy day, for the days you don't get food. Then now your body will convert that fat back into energy.
So the goal to losing weight is eat consistently but healthy.
No. I mean, why healthy? What's healthy?
Okay. Yes.
You know? Yeah, you're saying, okay, spinach is healthy or just plants and protein are healthy. That's not true. We were taught how to have a balanced meal. Your body needs fats, your body needs carbohydrates, your body needs fiber, your body needs protein. It needs everything. So eat everything, but in limited portions. That's key. We're overeating in the name of skipping meals because you're going to have breakfast, then directly have dinner or maybe a late lunch. You're going to be so hungry, so exhausted, no mental discipline because you've been put a lot of food there. You're just going to eat everything. And that's not what's needed by your body because you've overeaten. And then now all of that just gets turned into fat. I'm a culprit myself because I love food and I can overeat at any time. And, you know, food is comfort for me actually. So I know, and so I know I advise it, but I'm also trying to build that discipline for myself.
As well. You know, now I'm beginning to understand. I just saw the other day in China, they passed a law that if you're going to be a content creator around a particular topic or theme, you need to be a specialist in that area. So we need to see like papers. I'm feeling okay now. I'm beginning to like that law because
it makes sense.
The amount of videos and content you'll see being pushed out there about intermittent fasting and all these other fads and diets, and we've come to believe that it's true. But then you're telling us biologically, the way your body is designed, you need to eat every couple of
hours. And when I say a meal, it doesn't mean you have to have your eggs, your pancake, your sausages, your porridge, your juice. You can't. Your body is not acclimatized to that unless you have high levels of activity. Even an egg is a meal. Even a banana is a meal. It depends on you, your body type, what your body can take. And is why I say there's no definition of healthy. You eat what you want. You eat what your body takes. I can't eat the same things you can. And so you really learn to listen to your body. That's the most important thing.
So the whole debate of boiled foods versus fried foods.
Oh my God, I love my pizza 3 times a week. So I'm on the other side.
Oh, but you're here too. Oh my goodness. You are, apart from the pharma world coming for you now, every fitness instructor will come for you as well.
I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I really don't mind because, okay, Yes, we're so many out there. Yes, we're battling competition in our own expertise. But then at least do what's right. Why just have the greed of money and have the greed of performance?
Right.
Because that's the only thing you're striving for, right? Either to be the best at what you are, and again, that's greed if you're doing it the wrong way, or you have the greed for money. And unfortunately, that greed for money is all of us, you know?
Right.
And so people will just talk anything.
Okay. What signs should I be looking out for in my body so that I know, okay, it is time to pay Dr. Arshni a visit? What are some of the signs we can look out for? Just to tell that now our body is getting, the wear and tear is getting to us. I think all my friends at the moment, we're all complaining about our knees. We all just started running marathons and everyone is like, oh my God, my knees.
Yes.
Is that a sign?
Yes, it is a sign, but it's a sign only for your knees. It doesn't mean you have liver damage or kidney damage,
For sure.
You could go all your life without a sign and then one fine day end up with so much pain and then just know you're at liver cancer stage 4. So there's really no sign, so to say. But yes, look out for the obvious. Fatigue, feeling tired all the time, brain fog, your knees hurting, or whatever it is. If you have signs, then it could be anything. Pain, discomfort, your eyes, your sunken eyes, the dark circles, or even wrinkles. It's still aging. It's still a problem. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the most common, let me not call them conditions, yours is very aesthetic, but most of the clients who walk to Tia Clinic, what are the most common things you work on?
It's actually so diverse. I've treated the most random conditions, the most random problems. I'll have one person coming in for wrinkles. I'll have one person coming in for their dark circles. I'll have someone coming in to ask me if I can treat their lupus. I'll have someone coming in for weight loss. So it's very diverse. And I won't say I have a huge influx on just one kind of, yes, the weight loss, of course, because it got really famous at a certain point because we had very good, drastic, visible results, myself included, and quite a few other influencers and celebrities. And unfortunately, I mentioned celebrities because, or fortunately, because they're the only ones who allow us to record their journey. Normal patients are worse than Hollywood celebrities. They don't want to be disclosed. They're
proper divas.
Yeah. And so unfortunately, we can't tell stories of normal people because they want their privacy. And so we're not allowed to. But yeah, at least we have the way of doing it with influencers, and we've depicted their stories and shown good changes. And so yeah, we're quite big on the weight loss right now as we speak, and it's actually a huge problem. And I won't call it a shortcut the way we do it, but it's helped people because we've all done the gym and the dieting and the herbal products way, and it has never worked for any of us.
Your medicine, we need it at scale. So this is me just spitballing here, and how you think we can make this, what you do, accessible to the masses. Of course, it's figuring out how the cost can come down, because obesity and being overweight is a global problem.
Exactly.
And in this country, I think, I can't remember the exact figures. I don't have them right here, but our population is getting bigger by the day. We all have all these other issues, diabetes and cholesterol. And so what you're doing, one Tia Clinic is not enough. We need hundreds, if not thousands. Talk me through the global, the possibility of being able to even achieve this. How can we make this treatment more affordable to your everyday person and out there? Because I know it's bigger out there than it is in Kenya. How big is this particular industry out there, and how affordable or accessible is it in other countries?
Actually, it's not affordable anywhere in the world because, as I mentioned, I think I'm the cheapest in the world when it comes to that weight loss injection, to be very specific. And unfortunately, back to toxic pharma, we want to make so much more money than any of you. And we all know that pharmas are billion-dollar industries, trillion-dollar industries. Because profit margins are so huge. And it will only happen when the whole world decides that, hey, I want to just get 100 shillings off as profit, not 9,000 shillings as profit over one medicine. Then it will happen. But I don't think we're going to get there at any point, because no one is going to be okay with just earning 100 shillings. As you rightly said, out of the 50 million Kenyans, at least 2 million are obese. I'm assuming. You have statistics. I actually haven't looked at statistics, but I should. But I'm assuming, and out of that, at least 1 million are who can afford, 30,000 a month. Let's say, on the roughest odds. And unfortunately, I'm unable to treat those million patients because maybe the word is not out there, because maybe there's a lot of stigma. And as you rightly said, TIA clinics can't have all the patients, But everywhere out there, every other clinic is probably not charging the same as what I'm charging. And so that becomes the first stop to people wanting to afford it, or to do it for that matter. Yeah.
Wow. I think there's so much we can discuss in terms of the medicine part, the science bit. And I don't think we can exhaust it in this one conversation. But you just mentioned something, and honestly, this is something I'm hoping we can explore at a later date. I'd actually want to pay a visit, for example, to your clinic and have a conversation with some of the clients, hoping they'll be open to it. The ones you were talking about reversing their kidney issues, those, I'd want to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to say. But let's switch to, regenerative healthcare. It sounds beautiful on paper. Now, you're more than a doctor because you own a business. TIA is a business. And I'm curious about the business side of things. Number one, your clientele is not your everyday clientele, average clientele. So just figuring out, how has that journey been for you, just from being a doctor to being an entrepreneur to being a business owner, to figuring out how to bring in clients, marketing and all these things. How has that been like for you?
I went to see a doctor the other day for something in regards to my health. And he basically does Tibetan medicine. And so they check pulse and they check the hand, and they're able to tell quite a few things. And he's like, why do you have so much stress? Are you the president of the country? And he's like, but why carry so much stress on your head? So stress
where is this guy? I need to pay him a visit.
So stress is extremely high. I started off by not having any backup, especially when I came back to Kenya. I'm the only doctor in my family. And so nobody had run this kind of a business before. Yes, maybe business is in my blood, of course.
Every Indian.
Yes. But I didn't have any backup. I was very fortunate that my uncle helped me to fund the business in the beginning. And so I'm forever grateful, because that was a stepping stone for me. My parents are retired. My parents don't know so much about business, so to say. And so it was really just me in that big vast sea doing things on my own. But I thank God I've never paid from my pocket. From day one, I was blessed with patience. I've never had that day where I couldn't feed myself or feed my staff, or delayed salaries or any of that. and I think my staff can maybe tell you they earn well.
Okay.
It's good. I will say it's actually been the best thing that has happened to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And is this a big business opportunity in this country? And I was, my head, I was like, Philip, how dare you say see medicine as business? But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a huge gap. I'm just thinking about all the other doctors who are maybe watching and they're thinking of switching, and investors. There are probably people out there who are investors and they're looking for where can they put the money in. So do you see this as a big opportunity? Do you see this potentially being a business valued in billions of shillings in this country?
Yes and no. I don't want to go commercial.
Yeah.
And I will never go commercial.
Right.
And I feel it's the most important to have the doctor's touch. I don't even allow nurses to do procedures in my clinic. Maybe the most basic thing like administering an IV line, but never any other procedure. And so that's probably one of the reasons that we don't even have branches, because it's always me everywhere. And so yes, if my colleagues, if doctors can embrace this, nobody needs to switch to aesthetics, nobody needs to switch to regenerative medicine. If you're a diabetologist, do regenerative medicine in your practice. There's so much related to it. If you're a wound specialist, do functional medicine in your practice. But so what I'm trying to say is, we have a peptide that can help wound healing. We have a peptide that can not reverse sugar levels, but when you're reducing the fat and building muscle, then it's also reducing your sugar levels. We have a peptide that can promote healing post-surgery. So there's so much, and I'm not just talking about peptides. We do stem cells as well. We have stem cells that promote healing. We have stem cells that are used for male and female rejuvenation. So if you're a gynecologist, urologist, use it in your specialty. But yes, as you rightly said, I would want to encourage doctors to advance themselves. Unfortunately, so many doctors are still in the mortar and pestle way of doing things.
Right.
Just because we don't want to advance. But why? You know, advance, there's still going to be so much that you can earn. Back to the point of being commercial and having potential, yes, there's potential. Is the reason I run an institute as well, because I train doctors.
Okay. Cool.
There's no need for me to cannibalize my business, but I do it because there's enough fish in the sea. And if every doctor could give the same kind of service or good service, then, you know, all the patients would be catered, you know, to, and everybody would have a solution to their problems. So it's all about mindset and us advancing ourselves in our practices and ensuring we're giving the best, but not just luring towards the side of money. Yes, you have to earn. Yes, I want to earn, because, hey, it's 10 years of my experience that I'm putting on the table. So you have to pay a value for it.
Right.
But not to the point where we become commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're a doctor and you're watching, she trains you on what she's doing. So reach out to her. Where can we reach you on the socials? Or
Dr. Arshni Malde.
Okay.
On all socials. Tia Clinics on all socials.
Right.
Regenera Pharma. That's the pharmaceutical I run.
Okay.
As the name rightly says, regenerative. So it's not just for doctors to come and train under me. You want the peptides, you want the stem cells, we sell it in the pharmaceutical.
Right.
And
gym bros, gym owners, I think.
Yes. Let's collaborate.
That's absolutely. So you went to a doctor, they checked you and they were like, you're pretty stressed. I'm just curious. Doctors heal others, but who do doctors go to?
It's so true. But we go to other doctors.
How do you recharge? What are some of the... I know you've mentioned you've done Botox, you've done the weight loss, but what other Do you do the IV on yourself as well?
I've literally done everything on myself.
Right.
I actually do everything on myself before I put it on the table for my patients.
Okay.
Barring a facelift
Yeah.
and barring the hair treatment, the stem cells for the hair.
Right.
I've not yet gotten to that point where I think I can bear that pain.
Ooh, it's
Doctors
painful.
are the worst patients. No, it's not painful.
Yes.
It's
yes.
not painful.
Right.
It's just that as doctors we have zero threshold. But yeah, I've literally done everything. I've done the IV drip. I've done the entire 2.5 month treatment. I've done the weight loss. I've done other peptides. What else have I not done? I've done pain management on myself.
Right.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
So you've tried all your products.
Yes.
And you're living proof that it works.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
In terms of lifestyle, what are some of the changes you've had to make? I know, losing 25 kilos. So now in terms of food, I know you're big on, you've not changed anything.
I'm still eating my pizza 3 times a week. I love chips. I can eat chips every day if you give me chips every day. And I will not add weight anymore because I've mentally disciplined myself. I stopped 6 months ago on the weight loss injection.
Right.
I haven't added a single gram. I still eat my pizza 3 times a week. Literally, I mean it.
So how do you burn the extra calories? Or is
I
it
don't eat,
portioning?
Yes.
It's portioning.
I'm
okay.
having 2 slices of pizza, that's it.
Okay.
I won't go to the 3rd slice because
Right.
my brain tells me no.
Okay.
I do balance, of course, by maybe having another meal as just veggies or protein, but I do it out of choice. So that's what I really advocate for. I advocate for sustainability because you won't be able to do the same thing I'm doing. You may not like your spinach. So you eat what you like, and when you listen to your body and just control your portions, you're good to go.
You're really, really confusing me. Really, really confusing.
You should be saying I'm the cool doctor.
Yeah, it is a fact. You're the coolest doctor who's ever sat here. You're actually telling us, guys, you can have your pizza, just portion it.
Have your drink.
Have your drink, just limit it, and there's regenerative medicine. I'm like, so where is that thin line? Where do we cross over to cancer and all these other lifestyle diseases? Is it more than the 2 pizzas? If you do a whole box, of course, too much of everything.
No, yeah. It's not just your diet,
Right.
your stress levels, your lifestyle.
We live in this country. Stress level is compulsory. I
We
don't know
live in
which
this
country
world.
we live in this world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every country has its own stress.
Right.
I think we're just too stressed because we all want to perform, you know. As opposed to back in the day, our grandparents were so satisfied with their little land, farming, eating from their own farm, not having the greed of, I need more, I need this, I need a Land Cruiser, I need what, you know. And right now that competition is so high in life just to prove yourself as the best with material stuff.
Right.
And that's what builds stress, of course, because not everyone can make it.
Right.
And so I think stress is one of the biggest issues. It's not just diet. And as I may sound weird, but I really believe in this. It's very mental. It's your thoughts that bring in everything. You must read this book. It's called You Can Heal Your Life.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, that was actually one of the reasons I probably went into this healing and went into all of this. Because I read it when I was 18, and it was such an eye-opener for me. It's by Louise Hay.
Okay.
Yeah. And she talks about how everything is just in your mind, and your entire thought process can change, you know, your entire body. She cured her own cancer just with her thought process.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how strong our bodies are. And so, as I said, it's really mental. It's really your thought process. So there's no thin line between what can cause you cancer, because as I said, Me and you could have literally the same lifestyle, but you'll have the cancer and I won't have the cancer.
Right.
So it's a lot to do with your thoughts.
Wow, so much to think about. I hope you guys are having the same dissonance as I'm having and trying to rewire everything we've learned.
I'm being the preacher, but I don't know how much I practice myself. But at least I know I'm somewhere.
Yeah. You're here for a reason. You're putting yourself out there. Honestly, from where I sit, there's no need for you to be out here having these conversations. You can sit pretty in that office of yours in Modaiga and make the money, but you seem to be on a journey. You want people to speak more about regenerative health practices, and I'm just trying to foreshadow, just look like at several years in advance, 20, 30, maybe 50 years from now. What do you hope Dr. Arshni will have helped to change in this country?
Oh, a lot. The hope is so big, but the reality is not that big.
Okay.
I know. I mean, I really struggle even as we speak now to put this word out there. Yes, I'll be on this show today, on this podcast today, or I'll be on another TV show, or I'll be too famous talking about these things.
Right.
But it's not just me who can make the change, it's all of us. And unfortunately, there's nowhere that people want to make a change. So yeah, my hope is that we have everything so accessible to everyone. Of course, we're also putting bread on our table, so we will have to earn from you.
Right.
But at least that where we have the access of being able to see as many patients as we can. And for that, the entire healthcare needs to change. Right. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Dr.
too.
Malde. This has been an eye-opener. Honestly, so I'm one of those people when I learn like some new piece of information and it excites me. Like I obsess over it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I know I'm gonna be reading a lot on this and just watching a lot of videos on this, and it's powerful to me that a lot of the diseases we are struggling with, there's actually a way to reverse them.
Yes.
This is wow. Just
you.
One final question before we jump to our CEO's corner, which is, what is your mantra? What is that one line you keep telling yourself every day that keeps you going?
Get up, show up, you gotta do it. Just push yourself. There's no limit. Sky's the limit. Or even beyond that.
Get up, show up, you've got to push yourself. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. For this final segment, we have a CEO's desk over there. And we have a bowl with questions. I am not seeing them, but yes, they shall be there in a few. And we have 3 different colored papers. There's yellow, there's luminous green, men and colors, and there's pink. And yeah, we ask our classmates and people within the ecosystem to just ask random questions. So you get to answer 3 and you speak directly to them.
Okay.
Sounds cool?
Yes.
Yeah,
do I get to ask you questions?
You want to ask me questions?
Why not?
Okay, go ahead, ask me maybe one.
Have you ever been asked questions? We should do a reverse podcast.
My God. I don't think I'm as interesting. Man, your field is hella interesting.
No,
I just
like that.
I just sit here and soak information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you want to do that?
Sit and seek information. Figuring out business. The main reason I started this podcast was I'm an artist, I'm a creative, a filmmaker. I thought it would be cool to open my own business and make my own films and stories. And then I quickly realized there's passion in this business. And these 2 things are very, very different.
Yes.
So I knew how to do the artistic work. I didn't know how to do business. and the options are usually, either go back to school, but for me, I preferred seeking out CEOs and team leaders from different walks of life, like yourself, and sit across you and ask as many questions as I can, and then draw from your wealth. You'll be very surprised. There are things you do with your clinic that I might take and adapt to my business. And the more I receive this knowledge, the more I realize there are very many business owners out there who don't have access to Dr. Malde, for example, who don't have this access. And so next thing, I just put cameras into my conversations. So this is a very random day in the middle of the week for me. I'll just meet up with people and just have conversations. So yeah,
Nice.
main reason.
Okay.
Yes, and the interview is about you, not me. Yeah. Please, let's walk over to the CEO's corner. Just over here. Please, let me see.
Thank you.
Right. What do you think about the seat?
It's lovely.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy.
You
The other
actually-
seat, your query was, well, your concern was you might disappear.
No, yes.
It's too big.
You actually brought me to the wrong place because this is one of my fetishes. I probably want to pick up something before I leave today.
Mohammed, you've had that? Yes. Make sure she picked something today. Mohammed is, he'll take you around.
Okay,
so
great.
there are your
Thanks.
questions. That is your camera. Do your thing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So do I get to pick any?
Yeah. Remember the 3 different
3.
colors.
Okay. What is a dream that you are still chasing? That Rolls Royce.
Ooh.
Yes. Yet to get there. What is a habit that you're proud of building this year? I think consistency. And I think just being truthful to myself and others. What is your favorite furniture texture to work with? That's a bit challenging. I like everything actually. There's one day I'm going to like wood, there's one day I'm going to like velvet, there's one day I'm going to like leather. So I literally love anything. As I was saying, you must come to my clinic, and is why I love furniture, because I've tried to keep it top notch. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We have something from our Arshni team.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Just over
Hi.
there.
This is just something small. Gift card.
Oh,
Next
lovely.
purchase.
Thank you.
And a coffee mug.
Oh, wow. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you.
All right.